Is your boyfriend allowed
Is your
to do this?
boyfriend allowed to share his location with other girls?
Am I?
No.
Okay.
Is he allowed to be friends with someone you don't like?
No.
Do you like Alex and Avery?
Is your
No.
boyfriend
Those are his only. Are
That's
you
fair.
allowed to
That's
accept
fair.
gifts from other women?
Is your boyfriend allowed to have a work wife?
What the fuck is a work Yes.
You're
Is
his
he
work
allowed
wife
to
for the
like other girls'
podcast.
posts?
No. Oh yeah,
Any
can you like any other
Is your
girl's
boyfriend
post?
allowed to go to the bar alone?
No.
Aw, it's like my favorite pastime.
You just
Is he
go.
allowed to make plans without talking to you first?
No. Hey, is it okay if I go to the
Is he
grocery
allowed
store
to
right
go to
now?
your phone?
Yes.
I didn't get that one.
No, you're not allowed.
No, I think
Is your boyfriend allowed to hug other girls?
No. No.
Can't even look at other
Is he
women.
allowed
That's
to stay out
cheating.
late without telling you?
No,
Oh my
that's
God.
cheating. You're cheating.
Tag your partner if you truly love them.
That's a great ending. That's a
If
great
you truly
ending.
love them.
That's a great
Oh my
ending.
god.
Okay,
That's
welcome.
crazy. Anyways, sorry. Okay, wait.
Welcome back to.
Okay.
I'll
Is
get
that
my
going
notes
in the
on.
episode? It can't.
Alex, you're the editor,
I'm
man.
sorry, but I take this really seriously.
Okay.
If you do that again, I'll fucking kill both of you. Welcome back to Reeled In. My name is Usman.
I'm Sam.
I'm Alex.
I'm
I
Avery.
feel very threatened.
Yeah, she's holding us at gunpoint right now, guys.
So this is a podcast where three film buffs attempt to reel their non-film buff friend into their world of cinema, while she tries to do the same.
Fuck! I lost at Block Blast.
We're doing a
Thank
podcast.
you, Avery. Okay, well, let's just get into
No
it.
one was listening either way. Okay, I'm pulling up my notes.
Let's just get into this. This week,
Sure,
we're
yeah.
talking
Yeah.
Let's
about
just do it.
Phantom Thread and
The
The
Mummy.
I
Is this your favorite movie with Phantom in the title?
No. I know where you were going with
It's
that.
the Phantom
Wait, what?
Menace. Yeah.
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 So I recommended Phantom Thread to Avery, and she
Mhm.
recommended
The Mummy.
Um,
To all of
The,
you.
the not Tom Cruise one.
Unfortunately,
the
not the
19,
Tom Cruise.
What, 99? Brendan
99,
Fraser
yeah.
one.
yeah, unfortunately not
The first
Tom Cruise.
one. There is a
Did you
series.
know? Did you know this movie has 3 sequels? Sorry, 2 sequels.
sequels,
there's
yeah.
it's
And
a
a whole
trilogy.
I will
spin-off
get into
franchise,
that.
the-
I
the
will
Have you
actually
seen
get
any of
into-
the sequels?
I've seen all of them. I will actually get into that.
I
when
want to
we
get
talk
into the
about it.
third movie.
Have you? Why?
No, we'll get into this. It's fine.
Okay.
I feel like
I'll tell my backstory. I'll tell my lore about the
okay.
mummy.
Well,
when
that's
we get there.
we'll save it for the mummy section. Let's start with the Phantom.
There should be a
Thread.
whole franchise of Phantom Thread sequels.
There should. There really
Yeah.
should.
Like
With-
the made-for-TV, like Phantom Thread 4, you know, where they recast him with like some like random CW actor, you know.
Grant Gustin.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually like Grant Gustin. He's on Glee. If anyone watches Glee,
I love how you look at me.
because you
I-
like dance and shit.
Watching.
I have a couple
We
friends
want
who
to
like
Glee.
love Glee.
I never watched
Shout
the,
out
I
to
used to watch The Flash all
Arya
the
and
time.
Hannah.
I love the first 3 seasons of The Flash. Anyway,
I thought
okay.
you were about to say I love Glee.
Glee is a good emotion, I think.
I disagree.
Yeah.
Well, what's your
Yeah.
guys? What's your favorite
What's your
emotion?
favorite emotion? Yeah, let's talk about this.
Sorrow.
I'm a big
Wow.
fan of sadness, I think. I feel like there's
Yeah.
some goodness in sadness. Okay, Phantom Thread, let's get into this. So,
Yes.
2017, Paul Thomas Anderson. This is
27.
yeah,
What?
2017.
Did I watch the right one?
You did.
2017?
Yeah, you did.
Would have been really funny if you just watched the wrong,
Wrong movie.
Well,
I think there's
know.
another
My
movie called
bad,
Phantom
guys.
I
Thread.
don't think you watched the wrong movie.
No,
think
I
it would be
watched the right
difficult
one.
to
Yeah.
pick
It
the
felt a
wrong one.
lot older though.
Okay. Well, I
Well,
get
that's
that.
an
I see
observation.
that. But yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson. This is your first PTA movie,
Is it?
probably,
Okay.
unless you've
I
seen.
can't imagine she's
I
seen
don't
any.
think. I don't
Name
see.
them.
Boogie,
Boogie
Nights.
Nights, There Will Be Blood, Magnolia, The Master, Licorice Pizza,
Love licorice pizza.
Inherent Vice.
Inherent Vice.
Okay.
Love Inherent Vice. I'm a
But no, I
big fan of the
haven't
movie.
seen
I think that's my least favorite from
Yeah,
him.
I
I still
like
like
it,
it a
though.
lot. Still good.
It's so nonsensical, but it's just kind of like you just have to like get into like the vibe of the film. And I think you
Yeah.
enjoy it. But yeah. Anyway, Phantom Thread. A little bit about the movie before we get into the plot and stuff. Daniel Day-Lewis. Avery, have you seen any Daniel Day-Lewis movies?
You'd have to name them.
Well, did you recognize the main character? Where you're like, oh, I've seen him in something.
I don't think so.
No? Okay, are you aware of his name? Like, do you know who he is?
I feel like I've heard that name before.
He is the only male actor to have won lead actor at the Oscars 3 times.
Yep.
Whoa.
He is a really good actor. Arguably, like, the best actor of all time. That's the conversation they put in.
I think he's up there. I think, as much as I love him in this, I think There Will Be Blood is such a... Like, that might be my favorite performance.
Yeah,
of
There
all
Will
time.
Be
It's
Blood
so good.
is insane. And I haven't seen him in Lincoln, but I know he did win an Oscar for that one.
He's incredible in Lincoln.
He's
I don't
won an
care
Oscar
for the movie, but...
There Will Be Blood, Lincoln,
And My Left Foot.
My Left Foot, yeah.
He's incredible. He's not in much, but when he is in something,
he's really not in much, yeah.
This was his last movie.
This was his... Well,
he retired.
I thought...
As of now.
Yeah, everyone thought this would be his last movie, but he's coming back this year for another film that his son is directing. It's called Anemone. And yeah, so excited for that. But this film, he actually retired before this film came out, and then PTA kind of talked to him and convinced him into coming back for this final role. And I heard the story that Daniel Day-Lewis only agreed to do this film if he could name the character Woodcock, because he thought it'd be funny. And he did. So the main character's name is Reynolds Woodcock.
Did you think that was funny, Avery?
That was hilarious.
Every single time they said it,
I just started laughing.
Yeah.
I was just like, haha!
Cock.
Cock, yeah, cock, yeah.
Woodcock, even.
Whoa.
We love
Yeah.
cock. Sorry.
Reynolds' dick penis.
No, we're keeping that in.
Keep that in, Alex.
We'll keep that in. Okay, Avery, what did you expect? Blah blah blah.
Okay,
we're just going through the motions at
this point.
Yeah, God,
also,
this is so draining.
I'm delusional tired right now, so sorry, listeners. So when I watched it, just for context for this first line, when
hold on, what is this gesture you're doing with your hands right now?
What
is that? No, please tell me.
This is the movie screen. This is my computer screen.
Did you watch it on an iPod?
I watched it on my computer.
What's that thing that they have, like a Tamagotchi?
Yeah, Tamagotchi.
Did you watch it on that?
Did you watch
like
it?
tiny things on like your backpack.
Guys, I'm trying to say my expectations here. Okay, when I watched it on my computer,
Dude, did you watch it on like a fridge?
Dude, do you have a smart
I'm being
fridge?
harassed.
Do you have like a smart fridge?
When I was watching it, I was gonna watch it, but then I'm like, I have to say my expectations. So it was like on a pause frame. Like I couldn't show you the pause frame. And
what was it? Can you
it was
describe
of the guy. It was of the main guy.
Was this like at the start of the film?
I don't know. Because it was like, it's like a image and then you click on it, then it starts.
Well,
so
yeah, that's how movies work.
No, but it was like a different image. Whatever. Anyway.
Oh, you mean like before you, because you pirate your movies. You're like on 1, 2, 3 movies or something. And before you click it, there's like a still image of the movie.
Yeah.
Okay,
so my first I thought the guy I wrote, is that Chris Pine? Because it looked like Chris Pine.
Oh my
In the
God.
image, it looked like Chris Pine.
God.
And I was like, yay. But
On
then...
what planet?
No, but in the image, I wish I had the image to show you guys. It looked like Chris Pine. Anyways, then I wrote about an orchestra with old people. Maybe there's some piano play.
Where did you get orchestra?
Because it's called Phantom Thread. That's like, I think
Like
of
Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
Phantom Thread. I don't think.
I like when she just brushed past it. She's like, oh yeah, I thought it was like about an opera or something.
That's a good pull.
Genuine.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I
That's
just
fair.
thought like big piano or something.
Yeah, no, so true.
Sure. Yeah.
So
That's all I had written for my expectations.
Okay.
Cool.
I mean, yeah, we didn't tell you anything about the plot or anything.
Yeah, I went in blind.
Okay.
Most of these I go in blind.
So what is it actually about?
Okay. So there's this, I don't know any of the characters' names. There's
Reynolds Woodcock. That's like the most memorable
There's
name.
Woodcock, and there's
And
like
Alma.
Aline, Ala,
Alma.
and
Cyril, the sister.
Okay, so there's Woodcock, and he's like a dressmaker,
Fashion designer. Yeah.
and he spots Alma, who's a waitress, and he's like, "Come with me."
Yeah.
And then he basically makes her into sort of like his muse in a way.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
and then they date.
Yep.
And then their relationship goes poorly. Well, I think that's my interpretation.
Sure.
It's got them up.
I mean, I
the
think
ups
it
and
is.
downs.
Yeah.
And then she finds these mushrooms that are like poisonous, and then she's like, "I'm gonna poison him," and then she does.
So I guess to clarify for people who haven't seen the movie, she is poisoning him not to kill him,
No.
but to make him like sick and rely on her.
Reynolds Woodcock is a really controlling person,
Yeah.
and he's like a really demanding person, and he's one of those like rich people, like those, you know, stuck-up rich people who's like, who wants everything to be like a specific way, don't make too much noise at breakfast, stuff like that. And so
if you butter the toast, it sounds like a horse riding through the kitchen.
Exactly, yeah. And Alma, because she's like a waitress, you know, she's not like that, she's not living like a crazy lifestyle or anything, she's just like a normal person, and Reynolds doesn't like, their lifestyles don't blend exactly. And so it's like, there's like a class divide in a way.
Yeah.
And so so Reynolds isn't like that, and we'll get into this deeper, but like there is a whole like power dynamic going on with the relationship, and what happens is he gets sick, and I feel like the first time he gets sick isn't because he's poisoned or anything, he just happens to get sick, right?
I thought she poisoned him.
Did she?
Like when he fucks up the dress and they have to like stay.
Yeah.
Is that the first time he gets sick?
I think so, right?
no.
I feel like there's
the
a
first
time
like he's never sick.
I feel like there's a time where he's sick or he's feeling low, and
Yeah.
Alma realizes when he's feeling low, he's vulnerable,
Yeah,
and she can finally get
Yeah.
through to him.
Sure.
And so after that point, she's like, you know what? I'm just going to poison him, so that he can get down to that level.
That's
again.
when he gets like actually sick, like when the doctor.
That's
has
when he
to
gets
come.
actually sick.
Yeah.
And it's a great scene because he's in the car and, you know, he's like at the wheel and the camera zooms in on Alma and she's like, let me drive for you. And it's like a really simple comment. But then from that point on, Alma takes the reins in the relationship in a way. Yeah. And she kind of controls it from that point on. But yeah, anyway, that's what the movie is basically about. It's about this relationship between this suck-up rich guy and this, you know, normal person waitress lady. And it just, that's all what it's about. And there is also like this whole fashion background happening where he's making dresses for like princesses and stuff like that, and really rich people in weddings and all. And he's a really renowned like dressmaker. Like people respect him a lot.
Yes.
And there's also Cyril, who's like his sister. They have an interesting relationship too.
I didn't realize they were brother and sister. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What did you think she was?
Some lady. Maybe I like zoned out during that part.
There's some lady living in this house.
Yeah,
my old so-and-so.
Well, there's like isn't there multiple rooms for like the dress people to live?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just thought she had her own room and she was one of the helpers or something.
Okay. But they're like especially close.
Yeah,
they're like really close. Like film makes a point, like it points out how close they are.
Yeah. They argue. She's the one person I think who stands up properly.
Yeah, because they're siblings, so she can. She doesn't take shit from him, you know.
Yeah.
And so she even tells him at one point, like, "Hey, do not pick a fight with me, because I will fuck you up."
And like,
yeah,
they're very like. There's like the one time where Alma's like, "Hey, I want like the house to like just
be
us
empty,
two,"
yeah.
and then he comes through the door and is like, "Where's Sarah?"
That's the first thing he
Yeah.
asks for. Yeah.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
where is she? You know.
Yeah.
And I think they both like that role of like caring for him. You know, there's
They
that
do.
scene when the doctor comes and as he's leaving, he says something like "Good night, Mrs. Woodcock," and they both
say
respond.
thank you.
Yeah.
And that's played off like in a comedic way, but it is interesting.
Yeah.
Like they both won that role. And Reynolds, I think, craves that. There is a weird like Freudian element to this film about like
absolutely.
Yeah, especially that scene with like his mom. Like, you know, he sees his mom and he's sick and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I miss you so much." And then Alma comes in and she's taking care of him, and he likes that. He likes to be, you know, he wants like a nurturing figure in his life or something, you know, like a mom-like figure because he misses his mom that much. So that's an interesting element to this film too.
And that's at the end when he's in her lap. He makes some kind of comment about like how he wants her food or something. What does he say exactly?
He's like, "I'm hungry again. I think I'm getting hungry again." Yeah.
Knowing at that point that she's poisoning him with the food.
Yeah. And
he's submitting to that. He wants that.
Yeah, and even Alma, like, she refers to him as my hungry boy a lot of the time. And there's a really, it's this weird, like, Freudian thing going on. It's interesting. But yeah, anyway.
Now, Avery, you majored in psychology.
Sorry, what?
I have like a booger in my nose.
She's picking her nose, guys.
I'm not picking
Point
my
and
nose.
laugh,
I'm rubbing.
point and laugh.
Whatever.
Disgusting. Plain and laugh.
I'll just go
I was
like
just
this.
talking about how you're a psychology major.
I do have I do that.
So what are your thoughts on the Freudian themes of this film?
Yeah. What do you think of Sigmund Freud in general? Can we talk about?
He's something.
Yeah.
He's something.
He
Do you support him in his private life and the things he does and the things he believes?
Mhm.
Are you done?
I'm done. The booger has been picked.
I was setting this up for you to say something, and you're just like, nah. She's picking her.
She's a child picking her nose.
I'm tired, guys.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say.
I was hyping you up as like a psych major to talk about psychology stuff.
I want to know, Avery, and correct me if I'm wrong, because you know Freud's theories and stuff, right?
Well, I'm familiar with.
So I don't think he was actually. I know what the memes and all say. Was he? He wasn't actually promoting incest, right? I feel like he was just saying that in your partner you look for qualities that are also present in your mom, which I think is interesting. I don't think that's promoting incest. I don't think he's saying like, "Hey, you want to fuck your mom, don't you?"
Well,
I think it's just like you look for those qualities. That's what he's saying, right?
I think there is something to be said about your parents' relationship, because in most cases the first relationship you're kind of exposed to is your parents' relationship. So I think there is something, like, it's common that you express how you love someone similarly to how your parents show love towards each other,
or like the opposite if it's not in a good way.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure also like Freud's like theory like that was more like when you're a kid, you're like I guess like you want attention from like the opposite sex like parent, and so that kind of causes you to like, I don't know, what's the right word, like I guess kind of why I can't think of words,
seeking their attention.
Yeah, and so towards the other parent, like the same sex parent,
Isn't that the whole thing, like the Oedipus complex or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're actually attracted to the same sex, like parent or something like that?
I mean, that's kind of what
I'm
he's
not
saying.
the psych
He's saying
major
like
here.
you're
I really don't know.
You're pining for like
There's
the
just
attention of
theories.
the opposite sex parent. In a way, you're fighting with the same sex parent. Like it would be like, oh,
I don't know. I mean, I don't think.
I-
it's strange. I don't know much about
no.
it. Again, I'm not a psych
Freud
major. It's
is-
you. It's Avery.
Also, random Freud fact that I find really funny. One of his theories was like, oh, lesbians just had like bad fathers, and then I'm pretty sure his daughter turned out to be lesbian. So that's quite. But yeah, I feel like Freud. He just all of his theories were so like focused on like sexuality, for talking about like
desires.
Yeah, and it's like, and like it was just all he would talk about, and I think he was Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
That's
with
a
this
whole other
movie,
thing.
like, not even to get too deep into like Freud and stuff like that. It's just interesting to see that Reynolds craves the same things. Like, he craves his mother's affection and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And Alma and Cyril are like more than happy to give it to him because they crave his attention in a way.
Yeah.
They crave the power they have over him also. I
Yeah,
think
they
that's
do.
part
It's
of it.
it's so fascinating. Like, and the power dynamic between Alma and Reynolds constantly switches. It constantly changes.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because like both of them refuse to let go.
Mhm.
When both of them, sorry, Avery's zoning out right now.
No, I'm listening. The mic's just so red and glowy. Sorry, folks.
Are you
To
okay?
the two people listening, I'm sorry for this episode. I'm okay. I'm listening. I am listening. He's the one that's like having a temper tantrum right now. If anyone could see him, he's like pretending he's shampooing his hair in the shower.
What shampoo do you use?
This is not relevant to the conversation.
I'm asking you, what
Do you
shampoo?
wash your hair, Avery?
I do wash my hair.
Are you implying
Alex,
her hair doesn't look washed?
Does my hair look greasy to you?
I can't see it. She has a hoodie.
That's true,
She
I do
literally
have
looks
a-
like a drug addict right now.
I am.
Let's talk a bit about. Well, before we get
movie.
deeper into the movie, Avery, talk us through, what you thought and stuff like that. Like any scenes that stand out. You have a few notes. Maybe
I
put
do
it
have a
those.
few
Yeah.
notes. I mean, for me, the main whoop-de-doo thing that I got out of this thing was I think it showed a very accurate portrayal of a unhealthy relationship.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
think that was very well done. I could get Like, do you want me to
Yeah,
break
go
that
deep
down?
into that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
Fraser, yeah.
it shows so much on so many levels. Because it starts with, we got Woodcock and we got Alma. And the first scene,
Almond oil.
we got Almond Oil and Woodcock. And the first few times that they're together, when he's at the diner, and then when he first invites her to his house, he's very kind. I think he's very polite. I think he's very, like...
He's charming.
Yeah, he's charming.
I mean, he says a few strange things.
He
Like,
wipes...
bring me some sausages. Remember he says it?
Sure.
Yeah.
And then he
She's
does
like, oh,
the
I
thing
love this.
of,
I'm in
like...
love with them.
One of the first things he tells her is, I have, like, my mother's hair sewn into my
Yeah,
suit
yeah.
or something. Insane.
Arguably,
Yeah.
that's the Phantom Thread.
Maybe.
True.
We'll get into that. But yeah.
We'll get
But
into
yeah,
that.
he's like, take off your lipstick, I want to see you. And then he's like, you're beautiful. And it's very sweet. He starts off very
Yeah,
kind,
but he is
charming, like you
controlling
said,
to
hold
begin.
on, we're not done here, sir. And then
Ma'am, this is
throughout
a McDonald's, actually.
throughout the movie,
Chicken Big Mac.
you do see how he is very controlling and very condescending and manipulative of Almond Oil. And I think it's really, I think she feels very degraded, and it's shown.
Yeah.
Because especially the thing that was like boom, boom, boom. I'm so sorry, people. But the thing that stood out was when she makes him the dinner and stuff, and she's like, I want to do this whole thing for you because I love you. I want to make it do something nice, and I know you're stressed out because it's the busy dress season or whatever it was.
Princess dress, wedding.
The princesses all need their dresses,
Rapunzel.
man. Rapunzel showed up. What's Rosalina
from PPP.
Yeah.
No, Rosalina from Mario.
Rosalinda, whatever it's called. Regardless.
Linda.
I don't know.
What's Linda?
Princess Linda.
Isn't Linda from something? Twin Peaks?
It's Laura Dern.
Laura
Dern.
Richard and Linda.
Yeah.
Right, there we go.
Yes. Yeah. Anyway, so she does this whole grand gesture. She's like, get out of my fucking house. I want... Anyways. And then he shows up. He's like, why did you do this? What's going on? And then she didn't cook the asparagus the way he likes it.
Can I just say, rich people eat fake food, by the way.
You don't eat asparagus?
That's
like rich people food
really
to you?
No, I don't think it's
all
rich
he
people.
eats are chicken nuggets and fries.
I eat like a child. But no,
asparagus is rich people.
No, I'm sorry, but like, is your main course like asparagus?
No, I think that was the appetizer. We didn't even get to the main course meal because he just...
That makes more sense.
Because
I was like, why the fuck is that? Honestly,
that's my interpretation.
But that's a
I
lot
could be
of like
wrong,
asparagus on the plate. That's like 6 whole asparaguses.
That's not that much. That's not that much. I've eaten asparagus. You eat multiple.
You had 6 asparaguses.
Sometimes more.
More
like,
usually.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
I'm gonna cook you some asparagus one day.
Have you ever had asparagus?
Yeah.
Yes.
He hasn't. All right. Anyways,
Okay, well, when's the last time you had a vegetable?
Okay, hold on.
No, answer the question.
I like cucumbers.
And when did you eat that cucumber?
Like 2 days ago. I like cucumbers. I eat like them raw. I don't cook them.
What about like with a meal, not just like as a snack?
He just takes a cucumber.
Well, okay, sometimes I'll be having like rice with chicken or something, and I'll like throw in like onions or like cucumbers. I don't like tomatoes that much. Well, that's not a vegetable.
Anyways,
when was the last time you had a vegetable?
I think I literally had asparagus like 2 days ago.
There we go.
Do you just eat asparagus?
Asparagus is good, man. It's
all
like
the time.
good.
I love asparagus.
Asparagus is
No, so
good.
like you just like that's your full meal.
No, it's not. It's
No,
like
I
a
had it
side.
with the
It's
chicken
like
and
you have like a side.
Okay, in this movie, there's like 6 or
It's
7.
an appetizer.
I know, but like there's like 6 or 7 on his plate. Do you have that many asparagus before a meal?
Well, I
Well,
don't.
I'd have it
I don't
with.
eat.
I'd have
Yeah.
maybe like 8, something like that.
Yeah.
You know what my problem is? Okay, maybe this is something only I relate to, but I usually don't eat that much, and so the concept of like an appetizer.
No, but asparagus isn't like filling.
It's not filling, yeah.
I know,
It's
but
like
like I feel like most appetizers,
cook it,
you
it
go to like a
shrinks.
place to eat, and their appetizer is like a full meal. You know?
Usually you
At
get
least for me, like I
appetizers
don't
to
eat
share,
that much,
though.
so like it's a lot for me.
No, I get that.
So how do you have a 3-course meal, appetizers, and a full course of fucking turkey, and then you have like cake at the end?
Well, I don't.
Well,
If
yeah.
I go to a restaurant, if we get an appetizer, it's like I'm with friends and we all like take 1 or 2 of the things.
Yeah. Well,
I've
Reynolds
never-
was having 7 asparagus by himself.
But that's not much. That's not very.
Okay,
filling.
fine. Okay, I'll try
You need
asparagus.
to have
Fine.
Somehow this is
Alright.
the thing that triggers him.
I like vegetables. I like my greens. I like my greens. I like cucumber. I love cucumbers. I actually love.
I'll get you a cucumber.
How do you guys feel about spinach?
I love spinach.
Spinach.
It's my favorite pizza topping.
Isn't that
It's my hot
Popeye?
take.
Isn't that Popeye's thing?
I don't think I've ever had
Yeah.
spinach. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Really?
I
Maybe.
like spinach in my sandwiches.
Me too. Oh,
I had
spinach.
spinach yesterday in my no, not yesterday. Yes, yesterday. I had
Nice.
I like
Ignore
fucking
me.
greasy oil fries. Like,
Anyways, back to the. I don't even know what the dinner. The dinner.
The dinner, yeah.
Of asparagus.
Bone dinner?
Hmm?
Dinner bone?
Dude,
What?
like
Minecraft? The upside down
thing.
shape? Sorry.
All right,
Oh,
so
no.
she's serving him the dinner, and I think
Joe.
there's something to be said. How he's super condescending and mad. Not mad, but like
Do you have a
angry.
gun? Show me your gun. Are you a
Angry.
secret agent here sent to ruin my life?
Sure.
That's what he says.
No, to ruin my evening and possibly even my life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Possibly
which
even
is like
like, yeah.
so messed up to
Favorite
say to
line.
someone. And I think there's something to be said about how some people are just. I think there are. Oh my God, words. There's something to be said about.
I don't know what that was.
She had to like
Words.
conjure an actual thought, and she had like a brain aneurysm for a second.
Everyone just
There's
to think
something
about
to be
something.
said about like
You
when
got this.
some people have a hard time accepting other people's like how they show love if it's not done the way that they
Yeah.
want it to be
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I do.
Yeah.
Completely,
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think this was the case for that when it comes to how
The
Alma
dinner? Yeah.
shows her love towards
Right.
Yeah.
The
Woodcock.
thing is, the
And
dinner is such a normal thing. Like, for us at least. I feel like if your partner prepares, like, a dinner for you, you'd be really pleasantly surprised. But Reynolds is such a, like, stuck-up person that he hates
Because
He
things
it.
have to be
is.
done on
He-
his terms.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Like,
Which is why,
he's
and I
very
think a movie makes...
manipulative.
The movie makes a point to show how unjust he's being, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
And not to defend him in any way, but there are cases where, like, you know, his whole thing was like, don't make noise during breakfast,
Yeah.
right? And there's a scene right after they get married. They go to like Switzerland or something, and they're like on the balcony having food, and she's chewing really loudly or something, or like she's just biting on the spoon
Yeah.
and stuff. And Reynolds doesn't say anything, but he looks at her and he's like, God, this is.
Can I actually
disgusting."
get
Yeah.
into that for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, wait before that, there's a scene where he's sitting at breakfast and Alma comes and she starts like buttering her fucking toast and making a lot of noise. And then he's like, "Can you not do that? You're making a lot of noise. I need my silence or else like the world's gonna explode." And she's like, "Oh, I didn't know." And then the next time you see them at breakfast, she's quiet.
Yeah.
She's completely quiet.
Yeah.
And then I think and then when they get married, like you said, there's the shot afterwards
Yeah.
of like her being loud. And I think there's something else to be said about relationships. How there is that like there's when you first start, or not even when you first, there is moments where you do adjust to your partner. Like if they're like,
yeah.
I don't appreciate it when you do this, then you do say, okay, I'll stop. But there does come
Right,
a point in a relationship where you do get comfortable enough where you stop doing those things, if that makes sense. Does that
I get
make
what you
sense?
mean. You kind of like assimilate into each other.
Yeah.
I don't
Yes
think.
and
and
no.
he expects that.
Yeah.
Because I think it's understandable to an extent him having like sensory issues with like eating
I
especially.
get that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I truly
get
Oh my
that.
god,
Yeah,
loud
but-
eaters need to die.
No, but it's not even
Right.
that. It's just like
It's
he's
everything associated with food. Like it has to be like on his terms. Like
Yeah.
prepared food the way he wants it. Don't eat too loud. All
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
stuff.
I
It's understandable to an
Mhm.
extent, but it's the way he uses that to control her.
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
and he's not
he-
open to like her lifestyle in any way.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
it has to be
he-
my way.
Yeah,
Yes,
and-
you see her change, but
Yeah,
he's not doing the
he
same. It's
doesn't
like a
change
one-sided
whatsoever.
relationship.
And he doesn't change whatsoever until
Mhm.
she poisons him.
What is you'll know where I'm going with this once I say this. What is everyone's definition of love? If you really want to get deep into
Sure.
this.
I don't fucking know, man.
You
Well,
know-
if you say you're like in love with someone or you
Yes.
love someone, what does that mean to you?
What-
Like those words have a meaning, right?
Yes.
That has a meaning to you. It's like what does it mean?
I know
You'll
mine,
give
but
me-
I'm gonna say mine last
have
because
an
I want to
answer too.
hear.
So like Sam and Alex, but what's
And
that's
if
a
you don't
difficult
know,
question.
then you don't know.
like
that's fine
I'm
if you
still
don't know.
figuring it
Yeah,
out.
I mean,
but
I feel like it changes, right? I feel like
Yeah.
the definition of love means something in 6th grade, and then you grow up,
It-
you're like, oh,
it-
that's some
and
bullshit,
and
right?
it's subjected to every person.
Exactly.
Like I'm sure we have different definitions.
We do have different definitions.
Yeah.
Well, a
I
little
think
bit,
so.
yeah,
A little.
yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
And I feel like love is different with different people.
Yes.
Like you love
There's
your
different
parents a certain
types.
way, you love your partner a certain
Yeah.
way, you love
Yeah.
your friends a certain way. So it changes, it
It
morphs.
does change.
Yeah.
I think it's for me. I feel like a lot of like what love is kind of like trust and like a trust that beats most other things. Like
Mhm.
it's kind of like I'm trying to think of the right way to word it. This is a difficult
That's
question.
fair.
Like
We're
it's
getting
like-
deep into
yeah,
it today,
we're getting
guys.
deep.
Asparagus
like-
and love.
Asparagus.
Chocolate cake.
So true. That's what love is.
That's what love is.
That's what love
Maybe.
is. Maybe. But like,
will
I
she
don't
make me
anyways.
chocolate cake? In which case, I love her.
Yeah. If your partner,
Or does she make me asparagus the
Or
way I
does
don't
she
like
make
it? I
me
don't love her.
vanilla? Fuck no. No one likes fucking vanilla.
I think
Anyways.
if your partner makes you chocolate cake, you'll be with them forever. I think
That's
that's,
all
a
it
sign.
takes?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I feel like to love someone, you have to kind of I don't know. This is such a difficult
It is
question.
a difficult question.
Well, okay.
What do
Avery,
you
we'll
guys
take
answer?
over.
Avery,
Yeah.
what's your definition of love?
My it does change. It genuinely does. I go back and forth. I don't think I've ever, there are people in my life that I love, and there is people, but I don't think
Can I say something? You say you've never been in love.
I don't think I've ever been in love with
But
someone.
my
But that's also,
counter argument to that is like, for instance, if you're like in a relationship in 6th grade, right, and you say to them, "Oh,
That's
no, hear me out." You say to them, "Oh, I love you," and stuff like that. At that point in your life, that is your definition of love.
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
grow up, you're like, "Oh, that was stupid. I couldn't possibly be in love at such a young age." But at that young age, that was your definition of love, and it changes.
Right, your definition changes.
Sure.
Your definition
Yeah.
changes, yeah. So at that
Sure,
point in your
I'm
life,
not-
that was love to you. And obviously, when you grow up, you're like, oh, my 6th grade relationship, that was some bullshit. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
normal. But at that point in your life, it was. So at this point in your life, if you were in a relationship, you would call this like love, or
if it was healthy
and maybe
going
in like
well.
10 years, if you weren't in that relationship anymore, you would say, no, I'm not. That wasn't love. This new
Yeah.
one is. So it constantly
It
changes.
changes. It does change. Well, it does change. It does change. But what okay, my definition of love, and I might be contradicting myself with my next point. I truly believe that love is a choice. If you boil it down, if you boil it down, it is a choice. It is a choice of, hey, I will like wake up every day. I will care about this person. I will, whatever it is. And I think a secondary effect to that is a feeling that you get when that's mutually reciprocated. The other thing before you speak, I think love is applicable in 4 different areas. Because people always emphasize...
She's a whole theory
No,
about this.
I've done way
No,
too much
we've
reflection on
talked
it.
about
We have
this,
had
yeah.
some deep conversation about this. But I think it's present in 4 different areas in life. Because people always talk about love in terms of like romantic relationship, like your partner and whatnot. But I think it is present in your biological family, or like your family, like the people who raised you and stuff like
Sure.
that. Your friends, your self-love, and then your partner. And in each one of those domains, it is a choice. Are you choosing to love your parents? Are you choosing to be there for your friends? Are you choosing to prioritize your mental health or whatever by loving and caring about yourself? And then are you there for your partner? Are you, there to support them?
Yeah.
And I think in this case, or in the movie's case, they are making that choice. They are making that choice of even though it is, in my opinion, a very unhealthy relationship, because you see them fight for that control, and they will do anything to do it, whether it's manipulating or degrading or poisoning, which is pretty extreme.
It's such an extreme example. But
it is an extreme, but it does work. And I just think, I do believe that they do love, quote unquote, each other, because they are making that choice. I forget what my original point was.
It's unhealthy, but it's love in their definition of
yeah,
love. They get what they want out of that.
It's a twisted, yes. It is a very clear
still
example
toxic
of a
relationship
unhealthy.
Can still be love. It can still be their definitions. They both
it's
get what they want.
A messed up way of love.
I remember Avery and I, when you and I talked about this, I think it was a while ago, when we actually went deep into this. It was like a couple months ago, right?
Yes.
And I think at the time I was like, oh no, I disagree with you or something like that, and I gave like my own definition. But I think now, after being in a relationship and stuff, I think I agree with you more than I did. I do.
We didn't. What was your definition?
She just told us it's a choice.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
That's.
Well,
was there anything more? Or?
I said something like it's like unconditional or something like that.
Well, I don't want to give away what you said.
Well, I barely remember what I said. That's the thing.
You went on about. Well, can I say?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
You went on about how it's this feeling, how it has to be this feeling.
I do think it's a feeling, but I think now that I have actual grounds to base it on, I would say it's a feeling and stuff, but it's also a choice, right?
Yeah.
Like.
I think you meant it as like the feeling is the ground root, whereas I meant the choice is the ground root. I think the feeling can come from the choice. It's a secondary.
No, I do think the choice comes from the feeling. I feel like once you feel something, it's like, okay, now I'm going to make the choice to love you every single day and stuff.
I think it's the other. I'm not saying it's wrong.
No, of course not. But how could you make the choice without feeling anything?
Yeah. Well, it's like
I've just selected this person.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna force myself to feel that way.
Like, are you forcing that feeling? Yeah. Are you just hoping it comes to you someday?
I think. Well, okay. What is the initial?
Well, it starts off you like a person.
It starts off you have a crush on a person.
You have a crush on them, and you're like, maybe I want to be in a relationship with them. Okay, it goes to that point. It's reciprocated. Now you're like, it's a good thing going. And from that point on. After a certain point, it becomes a choice.
It does.
You wake up every single day and you're like, okay, I'm going to choose to be with this person and I'm going to choose to love this person. Yes. And that's what it is.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But it stems from that feeling.
Yeah.
Why would you make that choice for someone you don't feel that way for?
Yeah.
You know?
I guess that's true. No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And so I think that's like what love actually is. Now that I have
But eventually the feelings do fade.
Do they?
I'm speaking from my experience. Sure. It may not be the best example because I haven't been in the greatest relationships.
Sure.
But there is there's the honeymoon phase where it's you do feel, oh my god, this euphoric blah 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 blah. But eventually those feelings do go away, or at least in my experience they have. And then it just becomes a choice of okay, you're essentially dating this person and you you have to you know?
I feel like that's interesting. I mean, okay, I haven't experienced that yet. Maybe in a year's time we'd have a completely different conversation about this.
That's true. We should come back in a year.
Yeah, sure. No, if
I didn't do that like that. Sorry, that sounded terrible.
No,
I feel like saying, God, I hate Sam, but I'm just making the choice to be with her.
No, I feel like if you were to really
we'll do a post breakup special.
If you were to by the way, Sam and I are dating. That's what this is all about. But
I guess not in a year.
No.
Are you guys getting divorced tomorrow?
I feel like if you
have to keep them together, or else the podcast ends.
No, we're not putting that extra. that's the reason.
I feel like if
Yeah,
you were
that's
to
the only
actually
reason.
write things down on
Maybe
paper
we
and
should
think
just
things
cut all
through,
this out.
like
Nah, we'll
maybe
keep it.
logically speaking, after a certain time, the feelings wouldn't fade. I don't think. I think they would like you said, there's ups
Maybe
and downs.
it'll,
Maybe they would dwindle
transform.
down, or they would transform into something else.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I get that. Maybe you wouldn't be infatuated with your partner for like your entire life.
Yes.
You know? Like maybe that's too outlandish, but I still think it is
I
like
think,
there is
yeah.
like this ground level, like there's a basis for like love. Like, okay, like I love you and I'm making this choice to love you. Even if my feelings for you at that point aren't as strong as they were when we first started.
Yeah,
Or
you know?
maybe,
'Cause
yeah.
I think it's also because when you first get into a relationship with someone, it's like new. Like it's like a
Yes.
new person in your life that becomes kind of like routine and
Mhm.
it has just shown up. And so like it's very
Unless if you
new.
knew them for a while before.
Well, yeah, that's.
I mean,
it's,
yeah,
like,
but either way,
different.
you're still experiencing
Yeah,
a
it's
new
different.
relationship with
Sure.
them. But then I feel like after a while, that becomes your routine. You're used to it. And it's not as if that is like a bad thing and it's like, oh, this is boring now or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
like you become more used to it, so it doesn't have the same kind of like, whoa, this is insane feeling.
guess, yeah.
I guess
But
that makes
either
sense.
way, I
But
feel
I
like
still
it's
think
still
with that
based.
there's ups and downs.
Yeah,
I feel
like,
like you could be
yeah.
with someone for like and this is just in theory, right? For me, you could be with someone for like 5 years, and like on a random day after those 5 years, you'd be like, "Wow, oh my god, I'm with this person. I love them so
Exactly,
much,"
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Maybe.
And you could be all euphoric about it again, and there could be like a second.
yeah.
Maybe
honeymoon
there's like
phase
a
or something.
second because it's like, wow, I've been with this person for 5
Yeah.
years. We've grown up
So I
together.
think there's ups and
Yeah.
downs with
Maybe.
it. Yeah.
I
Exactly.
can't.
How
mean,
does
I
this relate to the
can't-
movie?
I
again?
don't forget my initial
Because
point.
we were talking about definitions of love.
Yeah.
What were we
is
talking
love?
about before?
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't
Oh,
hurt
me.
no,
Song.
no. What
No
is
more.
love? Shout out twice.
I forget where I was
Anyways.
going with this.
But no. So
Okay, so
Alma
breakup
and-
special in a year, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
not. That's
It's
not how I
okay,
want
it's
that. No.
What's a good breakup movie we can talk about?
Blue Valentine,
Okay, sure.
God.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless
Eternal
Mind.
Sunshine.
Sure.
Eternal Sunshine's a really good breakup.
This is
movie.
a messed
stay
up
tuned next year
conversation.
when we
Can
watch
you
Eternal
erase someone? You can
Sunshine.
erase someone from your mind, but can you erase them from your heart?
Mhm.
Yes. I can speak firsthand, yes.
Can you?
I think so. Well,
Can you though?
I think so, to a degree.
Never mind. Anyway,
I don't know what was the original point?
I was just gonna say
Something
like
about love.
All I'm gonna say is they
Yeah.
accurately portrayed, I
A
think,
toxic
a very
relationship.
toxic, unhealthy.
I think the point you were
Relationship.
making is that their definition of love is really twisted and bizarre, but it is love nonetheless.
Yes, they do
Yeah.
continue to make that choice, and
but yeah.
even though you don't want them to.
Just to change it up a bit and keeping it on topic with the movie,
Mhm.
I want to talk about how this movie looks visually.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the main standout for me. Avery, did you notice anything about like the visuals of this movie? Like visually, did it stand out to you? Where you're like, wow, this is pretty or anything like that? No.
Well, she
she's
didn't
smiling.
I
realize
thought
it was
it.
from
I
2017.
thought it was an older looking movie.
Okay, but like, did the visuals? I feel like I haven't seen any movie that looks like this visually.
I'm sure I've seen.
There's a unique
other
look to it.
movies.
It has a really unique, and also PTA was the cinematographer for this film. He did
Kind
all
of.
of
Kind
Really?
of. There's no credited cinematographer, and he claims that it was like a group effort. That him
Okay.
and like all the camera ops and like everyone together kind of collectively did the cinematography.
Okay.
So
But there wasn't like a specific person
no,
who was like doing all
there's
of
no one credited as director of
Okay.
photography. no.
Well, yeah, no, I think this movie has a really distinct visual look, and
Mhm.
that's the main reason I love this film. I love the whole. You can dig deep into like the whole relationship aspect and the characters, and they're so interesting, and there's so much to say about them. And the thing is, we can't even get into all of it because we have to talk about the mummy too. But like,
Oh, God.
there's so much to talk about with the characters of this film. But I wanna my final thing I wanna say about this film is that I love how it looks. I've seen this film like 3-4 times purely because of the way it looks. It's actual like eye candy to me, and
It's very
sometimes when I
beautiful,
watch
yeah.
it, it's like the plot and the characters almost take like a back seat, and I'm just like looking at how pretty this movie looks and how the car scenes. I love the way the car scenes are shot.
Yeah.
I love the driving in this film. I love everything about how it looks visually. That shot of them in the ballroom at the end with all the balloons on the floor and them just dancing. That's for me like the main shot of the film. And I love it so much. I just love watching it. It's like it's an actual comfort watch for me. I watched it on my birthday this year. I love it. I watch it on like every birthday.
That's what you did on your birthday.
One of the things I did on my I spent my birthday with you.
You did?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
No, never mind. It's
we
fine.
did.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
We did. No, I forgot about
but
that.
yeah, I love how this movie looks.
And also, the music is
The
incredible.
music
I
is
did pick
so
up on
good.
the music.
fantastic.
There's
I
piano.
love. There's piano.
Yeah, I like the piano is very like nice, and it's also just like a
Yeah.
quiet film.
It's really
And
quiet and
I-
soothing,
yeah.
and it's really natural sounding.
Yeah,
You
and
can
like,
hear all the little details of the piano and
Mhm.
like the fingers touching the keys, the creaks, and all of
Yeah.
that, and it adds so much to the film.
exactly. Like, I love the kind of sound. I mean, this doesn't really apply to this movie, but like the kind of like distant piano, like as if it was in another room sound, is like really nice to me, and I kind of get that vibe from it. Where
I
it's
think
very
that
like
is in the
calm.
movie. I think the soundtrack, the name is House of Woodcock, and that's like a distant piano, at least for at least in my ears.
No, it's so nice.
And I love
like,
I love just the sound design of this film. One of my
Yeah.
favorite scenes in this entire film is the opening when you see like Woodcock doing like his whole routine, putting his socks on, shaving his beard and stuff. I love how it sounds. I've seen that scene maybe like 80 times. Just that opening montage alone.
Jesus
I love
Christ.
it. I love how it
Mhm.
looks so
Yeah.
much.
Hmm.
It's a very silky
yeah,
movie.
really
And
silky
yeah, like
movie.
with
Watching
the
men
with
shave.
this
Yeah, The
Yeah.
Big Shave by Scorsese.
Yep.
the,
Anyway.
the sound of this, yeah. Like my favorite score of all time is for my favorite movie, A Silent Voice. And similar to this, it kind of has very like I guess like atmospheric type of sound.
Do you like
And,
the
like,
Sloppenheimer
I-
soundtrack?
And I in A Silent Voice
Frozen up.
I'm just gonna ignore him. In A Silent Voice, which
Sloppenheimer.
I want
I'm out of it. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go kill myself, guys. You guys can
Suicide
continue the
podcast?
podcast.
Oh, okay.
Guys, we can't
What's a good
make these
suicide movie?
jokes.
What's a
I-
good suicide? There's this film called An Elephant Sitting Still or Elephant Standing Still. It's by this guy named Hugo. It's like a 4-hour long film, and the
Oh
guy
my
killed
God.
himself after he made the film. It's
Oh,
like a
yeah,
suicide
yeah,
note.
that's right.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
really
you know what's a
interesting.
suicide movie? A Silent Voice.
A Silent
Anyways,
Voice is a suicide film.
Yeah.
What else
Can
is a
I go
suicide
back
film?
to talking about
Harakiri.
She wants to
Harakiri is a
speak.
suicide film.
Let the
We might talk
woman
about that soon.
We will
speak.
talk about Harakiri soon. Really excited for that.
Sam, I would love to hear what you have to say.
I was going to say
Something about
in my
suicide.
favorite score of
wanna
all
kill
time
yourself?
for Yeah, I do
You're
now.
making her want to. Yeah.
Sloppenheimer makes you want to kill yourself. I love Sloppenheimer so much. Love that movie. Bomb goes boom, and then it's a courtroom drama or something.
Mhm.
Sam's giving Usman a death stare. Not a death stare,
Silicon
like a please
Murphy.
shut the fuck up so I can speak now.
Peaky Blinders. She peek on my
Anyways.
blinder.
Maybe we don't have to wait a year to do the breakup
Oh
episode.
my god, don't make those comments.
Oh my god. Okay, no. I was going to say my favorite score of all time. Please shut up. Don't shut up, I'm sorry.
I didn't even say anything.
What is your favorite score of all
It's
time?
from A Silent Voice, which is my favorite movie of all time. And the cool thing is like it has this very atmospheric like sound to it.
Mhm.
And you can hear like the tapping of the keys and like everything like that and the piano kind of creaking because
yeah.
it was actually filmed inside of the piano. Like it was recorded inside of the piano,
Hmm.
which is
movie?
really cool. No, the sound.
Okay.
It was recorded inside of the piano.
That's cool.
And so you can hear like the keys actually being like pressed and like you can hear it moving
Yeah,
inside
I love
of the
that.
piano.
In fact, speaking of keys being pressed and like these natural sounds, Sufjan Stevens' album Illinois, "Come On Feel the Illinois," starts off with a piano creak, like a bench creak, because he sits down on the piano, and then it ends with him getting up off the bench.
Exactly.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's great. We love Sufjan Stevens.
Yeah. And
We
we,
do,
love
we do.
Is it a
Kensuke
video?
Ichigo.
Is it a video?
Is it a video?
Is it? Yeah. Do you think?
Speaking of that, actually, okay, I wanted to bring this up.
Is it a video?
That song, which was for "Call Me by Your Name,"
Yep.
okay, came out the same year as Phantom Thread.
Yep.
So Timothy Chalamet from "Call Me by Your Name" and yes,
T-Shao.
and Daniel
Lisa
Day-Lewis
Lokai.
were both up for Best Actor for this movie. Okay, both of them, as well as Daniel Kaluuya for Get Out.
Mhm.
3 of the best performances of the last few years.
Fantastic.
All 3 amazing. And Denzel Washington in Roman J. Israel Esquire. No one's seen that. It's a fake movie.
Don't know what that is.
But Denzel Washington's great. You can nominate him for fake movies. It's fine.
Yeah.
All 4 of them lost to Gary Oldman in Darkest Hour, the most fake movie that's ever been made.
But I like Gary Oldman.
But he's like
He's such a
for
great
the
actor,
Winston
though.
Churchill biopic that no one's
Yeah,
seen.
well, these biopics are like a cheat code, isn't that?
It is.
what
It's a
all
cheat
about?
code,
Yeah.
right? And Daniel Day-Lewis gives maybe his best performance, or one of his best performances in this movie, and was denied for
Insane.
Gary Oldman in a fat suit playing Winston Churchill.
It's ridiculous.
I think
It's awful.
someone's a little bitter.
I am extremely bitter.
No, that's fucked up. I mean, I don't think this is his best, purely because of There Will Be Blood. I think
That's
that is
his best.
genuinely
But this is up there.
it is up there.
He should have won for
There
this.
we need to talk about There Will Be Blood someday, because that's an
I love that
insane
movie.
fucking movie. It's truly like one of the film bro movies that I don't feel ashamed about liking, because it's just that good.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
so good. But yeah, great performances, and again, I wish we could like do like a whole special episode just talking about this movie, because there's so much to say about their characters and like
We do unfortunately have to talk about another
and all the
movie,
different
but-
things that go into them and like the decisions they make. But let's wrap this up. Avery, what did you think of this movie? Final thoughts.
I wrote overall I liked it.
Honestly, the way you were talking about this and the things you were getting into talking about this movie, I feel
Yeah,
like
she
you
had things to say.
Yeah,
this
I
time.
had
I
things
think-
to say. It
It spoke to her.
It spoke
you know.
to me. I was like, hey, that is a very accurate portrayal of an unhealthy relationship, and I
That's good.
respect that.
Okay.
I have it as an 8 out of 10.
Okay,
I'm
that's
happy with
good.
that.
I'm
I'm really
really
happy with
happy.
that.
Yep.
Nice. Alex, how
Cool.
much would you...
I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah?
I think it's really solid. It's
Nice.
not my
Yeah.
favorite PTA film, but it's up there.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, 9's like a really good
Yeah,
rank, so,
exactly.
Yeah, I also have it as a 9. I really enjoyed it.
Well, yeah. This is in my top 4, so...
I think we
it's-
know
yeah,
what
it's
you...
a 10.
2 out of 10.
Love this film.
He's very harsh.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. Purely, like... I'm surprised you didn't catch on to like how it looks visually. I feel like this was.
I said it looks older. I didn't realize it was made in
There is like grain
2017.
on the like.
Yeah, it's shot on film.
Yeah, it's shot on film. There's grain and
She
stuff.
maybe doesn't have the vocabulary to communicate that, but she noticed it.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm tired.
There's
guys.
frames in
I
this movie
wish-
that are like actual paintings, and it's insane.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. I love the way it looks. There's so many shots. There's a shot where like they're in Switzerland and he's like looking at the mountains, and there's a shot of him sitting on the chair. Great shot.
Yeah.
A shot of like him at the breakfast table, and you can see the table and how dark brown it is, like that burgundy color. It's beautiful. The colors pop out so well, and I love it. And the score just adds to it. Anyway,
So 10 out of 10 for you.
it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's a great film.
Anyways, The Mummy.
On to
On to
movie
the
I
Mummy.
made you guys watch.
Speaking of 10s, Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser.
Oh
no,
my
sorry, Tom Cruise.
Lord.
No.
No.
So let's talk
Talking
about,
the
the
Brendan Fraser
2017
Mummy.
The Mummy. So I'll
The
talk about the
Mummy.
2017 Mummy. You guys talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just always want to talk about Tom.
He
I
just
do.
wants to
I
talk
Dude,
do.
about
I don't even
Tom
think I
Cruise.
told you about it. This was really funny. This is very off topic. There was this one time I was at work and a customer came up to me and he started saying like kind of like tongue twister, like alliteration type things. And he was like, oh, Sally sells seashells at the seashore type thing, right? Or like red.
Sure.
Red.
Just red over and over.
No, but like you know what I mean. Like he was
Yeah,
saying a bunch
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
alliterations. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like he just started with that. And I'm like, I don't know what to say to this. So I'm like scanning his books or whatever. And he's like, yeah, I'm really good at alliteration. I'm like, yeah, like did you make those up on the spot? And he's like, yeah, I did. And he just keeps going. I'm like, And then he says, sorry, you probably have a boyfriend.
God, you were being hit on.
And I'm like, and I just kind of like
No, hold on. That isn't the punchline. Just keep listening.
And then
Alex, no, keep listening. Keep listening. It gets so
Yeah.
much better. It gets
and
so
then,
much better.
and then I just awkwardly laugh because I don't know what the fuck to say. I'm like, yeah. And then he says, he's probably built like Tom Cruise. And I'm just like, what?
I am. He knew it. I am. I'm actually Tom Cruise. That's so true. God.
I'm just like,
Sorry. That's not a real interview. That's awesome.
he actually said,
You should have showed him a picture.
You just showed him a picture and been
I'm
like, nope.
basically Tom Cruise. I am. Dude, when I was getting my hair cut,
Oh
I
my
was gonna
God.
show him a picture of Mission Impossible 2, Tom Cruise, and be like, give it out to me.
Oh God, I was trying so hard not to like laugh
Oh my god.
because I was like, Usman's gonna like actually die when I tell him this.
Oh my
Because he just
lord.
out of nowhere says he's probably built like Tom Cruise.
The biggest Mission
Yeah.
Impossible fan I know.
Oh
I'm a
my
big
God.
Mission Impossible fan.
That's
I think
the
they're
perfect actor he could have named.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what the
Fantastic
fuck
movie.
is like this coincidence? And God, and then he just like walked away or something. But I was like, yeah, I guess he was trying to hit on me with alliterations. That's wait, what?
He's showing us a
Oh.
picture of Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Like
He
the side by
looks so
side.
much better in the second Mission Impossible movie. Like
He does look
He
good. I
looks
think he
so-
looks his best in Rogue Nation and Mission Impossible 2.
which one's Rogue Nation?
The 5th one. He dies, comes back to life.
He does that in the third one
That's
as well.
He does
Bike.
that a lot.
Yeah.
Bike.
There-
Plane.
there's
He hangs off the plane.
That he does that in a few. Okay, on to the Mummy. Now, I have a little story that I teased in another episode.
Mhm.
I forget one. The Mummy. Alright, this is where I unpack my
Who's
trauma,
Mummy?
guys. Mummy, I'm scared. There. Okay.
Have you heard that story about the 3 bears and the porridge?
So the Mummy might possibly be like one of the first live action movies I ever watched in my life.
Really?
Genuinely, I think it might have been the first Ghostbusters movies and then this movie. Anyways, the story is there was one night when I was 4 years old, way back when. It was either like a Friday or like a Saturday. It was like a weekend because I remember my mom was working and I was allowed to stay up later. And I don't.
Was she working late?
She works nights.
She's a...
She's a respiratory therapist, not a stripper.
No, I was gonna say she's working late because she's a singer.
So true.
I'm sorry. I'll actually stop. I'm so out of it. I'm
So-
sorry. This is bad.
So there was one night my mom wasn't working because she would never allow this. She would never let me watch The Mummy. But my dad would always do this thing where either he was watching like a football game or a hockey game or a movie in this case. He would always do the thing where when it was my bedtime, he would always be like, "You can either go to bed or you can finish watching this whatever with me." So no 4-year-old is going to put themselves to bed, right? Because that's always his justification for why this whole thing. Anyways, one night, it's The Mummy playing. And this movie, good God, this movie is for a 4-year-old
Scary.
very, very scary. There were
Scary,
there
okay.
were images in this movie that were
Groot's in this movie.
what?
Huh?
That
Groot.
were burned into my brain as a 4-year-old.
No.
The guy looks like Groot. I don't know.
No.
No.
Okay.
Anyways, the images of this movie were burned into my brain to the point where I did not sleep in my own bed for 3 days after the fact. And I refused to have a bath alone, or I would refuse to go anywhere in my house by myself because I was traumatized that the mummy was gonna suck my soul. So,
To be
and I
fair,
never.
Freaky ass
Even
mummy.
as an adult, she gets scared very easily.
She does.
We took her to see
So-
Weapons.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she's
Weapons is
terrified.
And she's
scary.
spent 90% of the movie not looking at the movie.
Yeah, so that's
What's
the
scary
That's
to you
story.
about
funny
weapons?
how. Sorry, go ahead.
The creepy lady in the
But she's like at
basement.
the end of the movie.
Yeah, and it was creepy.
So like for the rest of the movie, what were you scared of?
Well, like every jump scare where there's
Were there
just-
jump scares in the film?
Yes.
2 maybe.
Kind of.
When the
Are you more scared of like jump scares and stuff and like creepy faces, or like of like the concept of the film itself? I think the concept of the film is scarier than like
I just
whatever's
don't
happening on
like
screen.
scary things. Anyways, that's the story of
I
the
love
mummy and
how
it
I
traumatized
also
me.
have trauma with the mummy,
Also, sorry.
even though I only saw it for the first time today.
Mhm.
Because when I was like, I wasn't that young. I'm not like a huge fan of roller coasters, and you know, I went to Universal Studios with my family. And you know, I was like, I don't want to go on any like scary rides or anything like that. And my parents were like, hey, they had already been to Universal Studios before without me and like my brother. And so they were like, hey, we should go on like the Mummy ride. It's not scary at all. It's like a very calm kind of walkthrough thing. You see these cool things, you know. that type of thing. I'm like, okay, sure. So we go in, and we're, like, waiting in line and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, I'm ready, you know, it's fun, whatever. And then, you know how, like, before a ride, there's, like, those screens that give you, like, warnings and type of things, or it'll show you, like, footage of, like, what's going to happen in a way, like, and it's like, warning, this thing has, like, flashing lights, you might go sideways, you'll go backwards, it'll be very fast. And I'm like, what the fuck are they putting me on? And my dad just looks at me and has this big smirk on my face. And he's like, no, it's such a chill ride.
It's a fun ride. I enjoyed it.
I just remember the way it's, like, set up is, like, you have in your kind of row, there's only one bar for, like, every person in that row. And I mean, I was, like, somewhat young, so there was, like, space in between me and the bar, and, like, it doesn't go any lower because, you know, there's other people in the row, and so there's, like, a bit of space. So the entire ride, I wrap my arms around the bar because I'm like, I am terrified. And you know how, like, they take those photos during the ride?
Yeah.
There's a photo of me. I don't think my family, like, bought it or anything like that, but, like, we looked, and it's just me, like, stone face, my eyes, like, super wide, face completely serious, just looking, like, petrified. Just holding on to the bar for dear life. God, yeah. And so
you didn't like it.
Not the ride, no.
Yeah.
He didn't like.
And
when
so
he's
that's
like,
why
"You're
when you
going
mentioned the
to
mummy, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
me and that
Trauma.
movie, we have beef.
It's interesting. We have two people here traumatized with the movie.
That's what I was gonna say.
Later
I was
in
also
life,
traumatized by the movie because I had to watch
Later
it.
Me
in
too,
life-
actually. Yeah.
Later in life, I did like. There was one time we were like scrolling on TV, and then the sequel came up because I had no idea they even made sequels to this movie. And then I was
We
like,
need to
"Oh
talk
my
about the
god,
sequels, yeah.
this movie!
They made
Remember how you
lots.
traumatized me?" And he was like, "Yeah." And then we watched all three of them, and like I do really like the movies now.
I want
Just
to
it
talk.
was too young for a 4-year-old.
Have
I
you
think.
seen the third Mummy movie?
I've seen all of them, including the Tom Cruise one.
Okay, I want to talk a little about the Mummy Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. This film takes place in China.
Okay.
Rachel Weisz is not in this movie.
Yeah.
There's no mummy in this movie.
No. I guess
There's
not.
no mummy in this movie. There's no Rachel Weisz. There's no special.
She had a
effects.
child though. That's why she left.
That's fair. Why is there no
That's not
mummy?
an
But like
excuse.
the character's still there. They just replaced her with a different actor.
That's even
Oh,
worse. That's
yeah,
so much
that's
worse. But I'm just like.
It's more. It is a shift. The sequel is like more of the same. The third one they did take a shift.
Why is there no mummy in the third one?
Well, there's like some spiritual guy. Like there's some
Well,
mummy-like figure. It's not like there's just
mummy-like. Well, mummies are like.
No, I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
Anyways, to discuss the movie because I think it's been way too long. What's the plot of the movie, guys?
Alex, you want to sum up the plot?
No, it should be one of you two.
Why?
Alex has done it every single time.
No, he
That's not
hasn't.
true.
I do it for like movies that I like. Alex,
Yeah,
go ahead.
movies you know.
Go
I
ahead.
don't even know how to summarize it.
That's what I mean. I'm like,
It's
Yeah.
like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser is a guy, and they have to look for a mummy, and then they do.
Yep, that's it.
I have nothing to say about. Okay, I do have. I'm gonna read all my notes. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a movie filled with stuff. Characters exist, and they say lines. The movie is largely comprised of images and also some sounds. Eventually, a list of names scroll by, presumably of the people who helped work on the movie. That's all I
All right.
got.
So true.
Basically, I didn't rewatch it. I should have rewatched it. I didn't have time. But basically, there's Brendan Fraser's character,
Yeah.
who's like
I
this.
like him. I like
This
Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser might be one of my favorite
I
actors.
grew up on the George of the Jungle live action
Dude,
movie.
for
I love
Vengeance,
Brendan Fraser.
He's such a good.
He's also
oh
a
my
good-looking
God.
guy in this movie.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. Anyways, there's Brendan Fraser's character, and he's kind of like, not like a villain. He's kind of like
He's like Nathan Drake. He's kind of like Indiana
Han
Jones.
Solo.
He's like a treasure hunter.
Yes,
He's
and
in
then-
prison. All of that.
Yeah, and then there's Rachel Weisz's character and the brother. I don't know the brother's name, but they kind of she works at a library and she's very into different artifacts. Is that the right
Sure,
word? She's
yeah.
into stuff like that.
She's an Egyptologist.
Sure.
Egyptologist.
and
Which is insane. I didn't know this term. I didn't know Egyptologism was a thing.
mhm.
And it's fascinating that there is a whole branch of like careers
Egyptian.
dedicated to just looking into like Egyptian history. And I
Sure.
mean, there is a lot of history to Egypt, but
we need more white
Yeah.
women in Egyptology.
So
Yeah.
sure. So then they
gentrifying. Sorry.
they somehow they team up somehow, and then they go to the land of the mummy because they're trying to find this artifact. They're trying to find the mummy, some sort of mummy artifact. But by doing so, they accidentally resurrect the mummy, and he comes back to life. And his whole thing is he's trying to suck the souls of all the Egyptian, I don't know what the right term is, the Egyptian people, so that he can regain his full power and then resurrect his wife, or the
Sure.
yeah. And then obviously they're like, oh shit, this guy's
well,
like
there is
a
like
god.
the whole flashback thingy at the start where they're having an affair or something, and then they kill the
Yes.
pharaoh, and then
Mhm.
she kills herself or something,
Mhm.
and he wants to like resurrect her, and so him and his priests like resurrect her, but then he's like cursed or something.
Mm-hmm.
Something
So
like
they're
that.
trying to defeat the mummy and stop the curse and get some
The curse.
treasure.
Good show.
I'm
And
falling
yeah.
asleep just like I was when I was watching the movie.
Anyways, so thoughts, guys?
It's so fucking boring. I could not watch this movie.
I think I'd like it if I was 6 years old and on acid or something.
It's not like terrible. It's so boring. I don't know.
Why? There's so much
I-
action, though.
I'm just not a big action movie guy.
Yeah, like I feel like I just
I
don't.
didn't hate it. I think it's good.
Mhm.
I think it's fun. I think it's a fun
Yes,
time.
ma'am.
But like, yeah, I don't know. I love Brendan Fraser though. Like, I did enjoy watching him on screen when he
Mhm.
was covering my
iPad.
my TV multimedia audio device, visual audio.
Sam, what did you
True.
want to say?
Thank you, Avery. I feel like I've never been like that big of a fan of like these types of kind of like action adventure movies, just because I feel like oftentimes they kind of have like tropes for characters rather than like actually fully developed characters, and like
Yeah.
I feel like I care a lot about characterization. I mean, it's not like if a movie is more focused on like the plot and like the story that's going along, I'm not gonna like hate it just because it doesn't have great characterization.
Mhm.
But I feel like it's kind of just like it's a kind of like turn your brain off movie. You can just kind of watch it and it's like, oh, yeah. I don't have anything to like hate about it,
yeah.
but it's kind of just
yeah.
it's a movie.
Solar
I
eclipse.
think it's fun.
This is
I-
such a fun conversation. We're
Yeah.
saying so much.
Well,
Just-
can we actually not have one of those like degenerate conversations? We have to actually sound.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
I was like,
Well,
it's-
look at a solar eclipse with their bare eyes, naked eyes.
Okay.
Has anyone here played Terraria?
Yes, we talked about this.
Do you like the solar eclipse in Terraria?
I will rant about the movie. I did
Go
not
ahead, Avery.
rewatch it. However, I did watch it maybe 2 or 3 years
Let's
ago.
talk about Brendan Fraser for a bit.
No, let her say her
Let her
I'm
We
sorry.
can talk about.
I wasn't-
I do
Okay,
love
fine.
Brendan Fraser.
Avery, I would
grew
like
up-
to. I
Okay.
would like to apologize for interrupting you.
It's okay.
I-
I do very much like Brendan. I like
Well,
everyone
you-
in this movie. I love Brendan
You
Fraser. I
sound
love
doing
Rachel
sign
Weisz.
language.
Those are two really great actors. I love Arnold. I don't know his last name, but I do
Arnold
like this.
Schwarzenegger?
I do love the entire cast of this movie, and I think they all did very great performances. I grew up watching Brendan Fraser movies. I loved this movie. Loved quote unquote. I loved Furry Vengeance. That's a classic. My dad
You
loves
can't
the
have
movie
side
Airhead.
conversations in the podcast.
This isn't. We're
This
scrapping
being
this
picked up.
entire episode. Like
Come
this is
on.
not.
Okay.
I think The Mummy is a
Okay.
very fun watch for me because it has everything. It has yeah. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Sorry, go ahead, Avery.
You're reviewing
I-
the movie like a marketing guy, being like, it has comedy and action. It has everything
Well,
you
it
could
does.
want.
It has all the genres, man.
Can
Fun for the
I
whole
can I say
family.
something real quick? Do you know Alien Earth, like the new show?
Oh
The Alien
yeah,
show?
yeah.
There's
yeah,
this
I
thing-
know.
yeah,
the
there's
Ice Age
this-
thing. I know.
No, not the Ice Age thing.
No.
In one of the trailers for the show, they quote like a magazine or
Yes,
something.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Do you want to say this?
I can't remember the exact quote.
They
you
quote
said.
like an article or something, and the quote says groundbreaking discovery, or like unearthing like a world-breaking discovery. And if you look at the actual article, they're just describing the plot of the show. They're not saying that about the actual show.
Yeah.
I don't know why I brought this up, but like it's funny.
Anyways, Avery, what were you gonna say
God,
about
this
the
is the
mummy?
best. I'm
I
sorry.
think
This is our worst episode.
this
No.
actually, like, can we scrap this episode?
No,
This is actually
this
awful.
is a fun episode. This is
Can we,
fun.
like, restart this section then? Because this has not been, like, anything.
What is there
I
just?
can't talk about. Can we just talk about it like how hot Brendan Fraser is?
Let's
That's
talk
more
about that.
entertaining. That's
That's
what she wanted out of the Taylor Lautner episode, and she didn't get it. So
yeah.
let's do it
So
with
let's
this
give
one.
this to you now. Do you find him attractive?
I do really like Brendan Fraser. However, like, he is, like, 30 in this movie. But I do think he is an attractive person.
Do you not think he's attractive in this
I think
movie?
he's attractive. I think he's a very attractive guy, but, like,
Have you seen Killers of the Flower Moon?
if not.
Okay.
Do you think Brendan Fraser's attractive?
I think he's a good-looking man. He's not Tom Cruise, but I think he's a good-looking man.
So messed up. I actually think Brendan Fraser's more attractive than Tom Cruise.
I agree.
I also agree, honestly.
Yeah, you're
Maverick.
outvoted.
Magnolia?
This is a horrible. Genuine, can we scrap this episode? This is a terrible.
this
This
is-
is actually. If
Hold
you're
on.
still listening, I'm so sorry.
I
don't think we're doing justice to this movie.
I feel like we are.
I think we're giving this movie exactly what it
Okay, look,
deserves.
let's talk about the movie itself. Let's talk about the movie.
Okay, let's talk about The Mummy itself. I
Yeah.
think the effects are great for 1999.
I think the effects are actually nice.
True.
I like the
Like,
shadows.
the effects on The Mummy.
I love the shadow
Yeah.
work in this movie.
There's a shot, it's not like a creature or something kind of going through his mouth.
Right,
Like,
yeah,
and he
acid or
bites
whatever.
into
yes.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my god, the
Those
cockroaches.
those
those
body
beetles?
flesh-eating scarabs.
Oh my god, that
Yeah.
terrified me as a child. When they oh my god, the wave of them and you just see the skeletons.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I think the
Um,
stunt work or the fight scenes are all cool.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. It's a perfectly fine movie. It's fun. There's just not much I have to say about it.
I don't find it fun. I found it very boring.
I thought, but there's like funny moments too. It's literally what I love
It's just
about
not
this
my kind of
movie
thing.
the
That
best
doesn't work
is
for
that
me.
it blends all the genres. Like for me, there's not one part where I'm like, oh, I wish there was more of this. Because it's like for me at least, and what I like in movies, it has everything.
I'm not opposed to these types of movies. Like I enjoy Indiana Jones. I like Tintin. These are perfectly. It's a fine genre of
But
movies. It's just
here's
I think,
the difference. I don't like action for action's sake. I
Yeah.
think it has to be formally interesting for me
Yeah,
to care.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
You know, this movie is not directed by Steven Spielberg. That's why Indiana Jones is good, not because of, anything else. It's Spielberg doing it. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, Indiana
Cinematography
Jones
is
is
more
like a
interesting.
masterfully done film. But putting
Yeah.
that aside, there is actual justice done to the character, and there's a reason why things are happening and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And it's all
I don't think
earned.
the character. of
Not the
Indiana
character. I mean,
Jones
like
is
there,
that
it's
great.
the things that are happening are like justified. Like it's earned. Like all the action, it doesn't
Sure.
feel like okay, they're just like doing this shit. You
But
know.
it's the subtle things of not just the character, but how they communicate that stuff about the
Sure,
character.
Yeah.
Like, what's the love interest in that movie again? What's her name?
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, in Raiders.
No idea.
I'm blanking. But like the way she's introduced, the drinking contest, how it's all in one shot and it pans back and forth between them.
I mean, yeah, it's really
And then like
well,
Indy
yeah.
comes in and his shadow is like cast over
Yeah.
her. Like it's the filmmaking, it's the way they communicate this stuff that makes it interesting.
The filmmaking in this film is not really like stand
It's not
out.
bad,
It's a film. Like
it's serviceable.
It kind
you
of
know?
like and it's funny. Even the way Avery's describing this, it kind of feels like the most formulaic film. Like it's just
Yeah.
like okay, we'll put funny over here, we'll put romance over here, we'll
But
put
it
action over
blends
here.
it well.
Yeah, but like it just
And that's
It-
fine, but
It feels like the type of movie that you would like be scrolling through like your like TV like cable TV and like find a channel that's just playing it and you would
Mhm.
just watch it and it's like, oh, that was a movie, that was fun.
Yeah.
I think the
But it's
best
like,
thing about
it's
this
not-
film, yeah.
It's not something I would particularly like search for and like rewatch or like,
yeah.
Yeah, I think the best thing about this film is that, the cast is all like really attractive.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Watching it.
I think the performances are really strong.
I like Brendan
I mean, they're
Fraser.
good.
Yeah.
I like Brendan Fraser.
I don't like.
and I love Rachel Weisz.
I don't
She's
think-
Rachel's great.
Yeah.
Aside from like some racism. I don't think there's anything bad about the movie.
There is
It's
a
just
fair amount of
fun.
racism, but I feel like that comes with any movie that tries to tackle like any Arabian culture or like
Yeah.
Egyptians or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an Arab. Okay, we'll throw some sand and camels in there and some.
Yeah.
That's some music.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah.
they deal with it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, even Indiana Jones does
even
that.
Indiana Jones does that a lot.
Especially Temple of Doom. That's
Especially,
a
yeah.
racist as hell movie.
Yeah, they're all really racist. It's funny how these adventure-seeking movies are all like racist for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's stuff to be said about that,
But are we gonna talk about that? We can.
we can. Or do we want to?
I mean, I feel like people know that the mummy is not exactly the best representation of Egyptian culture.
Yeah.
I don't know what more we can say about that.
I feel okay. I'm not gonna say like the Mummy started. I feel like the Mummy is one of the films alongside Indiana Jones that kind of catapulted that image of Egyptians and Arab
Well,
culture
I would
and
say
stuff into
the original
mainstream.
The Mummy, like the 30s, like black and white one.
Right,
That one
yeah,
really started it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of become like the norm now, which kind of sucks, but
You find this conversation interesting, Avery?
I'm so tired, dude. I want to apologize to anyone to the one person who's still listening.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry that this is our worst episode.
I don't think this is that bad.
Final ratings, I guess.
Sure.
I guess we talked about this.
Also, costume design I like in this movie.
I think the
Just-
set design's great. I think the whole
sure.
ensemble, big.
Yeah.
That's all good. I appreciate it. The lighting's fine.
Yeah.
The effects are respectable.
They shot it all.
The
in
way they
Egypt.
represent Egyptian culture is interesting. I'll say that. And, yeah.
So final ratings, final notes, final ratings.
So Alex, what would you give this movie?
Like a 4 out of 10. I don't know.
A 4?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
I can't think of anything I liked about it.
Brendan
it's such
Fraser?
Well, sure. I like him.
I'm just a 4. I don't love the movie, but a 4 is insane. I
A
think
4 is you disliked it.
I know.
because it's below 5.
It's below 5,
I know.
so you
Yeah,
disliked
yeah.
it.
I lean
That's
more negative.
crazy.
Okay.
I've never met someone who dislikes this movie.
Well, you just did.
Yeah.
Sam.
I think I'd probably give it a high 5.
Okay, I'm taking that as a 6.
Yeah, probably a 5.5 if you could do
A high 5.
something like that. Because it's a fine movie,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just not something that I'd really want.
You know what? I was gonna say 5, but just for you, Avery, I'll say 6.
Yay!
There we go. I think it's fine. And you give this a 10, I assume?
I give it a 9 or a 10.
Nice.
I really like this movie. It's a movie that What, Alex?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Well, did you think she would like Phantom Thread more than this movie?
I think a 10 is just crazy.
I gave Phantom Thread an 8. That's a
No,
good
that's good.
score.
That's fine.
Yeah, but it's not as good as The Mummy.
No.
Yeah.
It isn't. I like The Mummy a lot. Anyways, thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Connections.
so
Yeah.
much.
Oh, right.
Oh my
Connect-
god,
Jesus
you're right.
Christ.
Cut that out. Okay,
Okay.
getting to the best part of the episodes. Let's find a connection between
I
the
actually
Mummy
can't think of it.
and
There's
Phantom
nothing.
Thread. And I feel like this is
Um,
interesting because normally when we talk about these movies,
there's something.
yeah,
that
something
comes
comes up, but and initially you're like, oh, they could never be anything connecting these films. But normally, but this time I can't think of anything, not a single thing. Let's talk about the romance aspect of the Mummy. Is there anything maybe connecting that?
There's relationships in both of the movies.
I don't think that's a connection, a strong connection.
I think
Brendan Fraser was a bit of a dick for a little bit of it.
And Reynolds Woodcock is a dick.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it's in his name.
It's in his
I
name.
mean, I think
You know what? I have a connection.
Uh.
So one of the big themes of Phantom Thread is the idea of wanting someone to change to kind of suit you, and Brendan Fraser got Rachel Weisz to change in the third movie by becoming a whole different person.
He
Dude,
did.
that's so
Yeah.
true.
And yeah, this didn't happen.
yeah,
This did happen.
that did I suppose.
There's dead people in both movies.
That's true, I guess.
Oh, we didn't talk about how Brendan Fraser almost died on the set of this movie because they were hanging him for real.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
What?
Huh,
Yeah.
I didn't
I
know
didn't even
this.
know
Wow.
that.
Yeah, he was unconscious for a bit.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And the guy gets poisoned in
Sure.
the movie.
Yeah. Mhm.
Actually, no. let me. Okay, so
Okay.
the guy gets poisoned in Phantom Thread.
Yeah.
And you could argue that the mummies want for, oh my god, wait guys, I got it. So, the mummy is wanting to control everyone because he wants his wife back. He's trying to resurrect his wife. He's doing it for love. He's making that choice to be there for his wife. He wants that power. And then in Phantom Thread, you see Woodcock have that power to like be with you get what I'm trying to say, right?
Sure.
That was fantastic. That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry, listeners.
I'm really out of it.
I genuinely.
Woodcock's mummy died.
Anyways.
Just like the mummy in the mummy, it was dead.
I think.
Mummy.
The mummy and the mummy.
The
I
mummy and
think-
the mummy.
No, I think the want for control, because the mummy wants control and Woodcock wants control.
Yeah.
I think that's a good connection because
Okay.
they're both wanting control over different things, obviously, but they have that want and desire to be in control and have that
Right,
power.
that's the connection.
That's the connection.
Control and power.
That
Yeah.
actually works. That
You
checks
know
out.
what would have actually been like funny, because like we plan a couple of like the movies that we're gonna watch in the future in advance, and one of the ones I put for one of my choices was "Mommy," like by Xavier Dolan, and that would have
Mommy
been
and the
really
Mummy.
funny.
Mommy and Mummy, if only.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how we're
Fuck,
talking
guys.
about ways in which we could have improved this episode too. So that's great.
No.
Anyways, thank you all for listening.
Yeah, have
and
fun.
See you all.
Enjoy your day, your night. Have asparagus. Stay healthy. Stay fresh, and take care of your parents, please.
Yes. Bye.